Bring in the love.
No, I need energy. I'm not trying to get rid of it.
Push out the gin. Sure, none of us can claim that alcohol is health food, but we are strange creatures. Our souls need nourishing as much as our bodies. And since the beginnings of civilization, alcohol, strangely enough, has been that thing to fill the void. Hill and I still host people for cocktail parties, but we're noticing less and less people do. Hopefully we can share some tips to make more parties happen. Because it's important we get together, exchange ideas and laughs, enjoy too many drinks, and do or say something stupid yet harmless. There's enough hard edges in life. Pull up a chair and discover an easy way to soften them. That's what we're here today to show you is 5 easy, no BS drinks you can make at home any day. You get off work, you want a cocktail, boom. It's no weird ingredients, no smoky machines you need for fancy drinks. Just mama needs a drink, this is what you're gonna do.
I also like to zhuzh things up. So I wanted to spin a little my version of cocktails, which is what happens when you throw a party, a shindig, a hoorah during the holidays or any time of the year actually.
Let's drink.
Zhuzh it up. Wait.
Get the fluff out of my beard. Gin and tonic, 2 ingredients. Easiest drink in the world to make, easiest drink in the world to mess up. And I know what you're thinking. Isn't that what grandpa drinks? Most people say they taste like pine trees.
I thought they were too sweet. Ugh.
The gin and tonic you get in a lot of bars are too sweet.
Biggest mistake is
The tonic.
Yes.
And that's why it's too sweet, because they usually go with the cheapest option. Me and Hill have gotten into a really good habit that the first thing we ask when we go to any bar,
what tonic do you carry?
what is your tonic? The good news is you can get good tonic, no problem, any
Literally
grocery store.
Every grocery store.
And you can get good gin, no problem. See, a lot of people think gin's like whiskey. They think anything that's good and tasty is expensive. That's true for a lot of liquor, but not gin. You can get a world-class gin for under $30 a bottle. Let's share a little secret that might only be true for you and me, but there's something funny or odd about the gin and tonic and lack of hangover.
Yeah.
There is a certain evolution with the hangover. I feel like in your 20s you don't have one.
No, you just eat 5 pieces of pizza the next day and you're
Right.
revving to go that night like nothing ever happened.
And then something in your late 20s happens where you actually start to feel the hangover for the first time.
What's this?
But you're still going at it pretty hard, right? I think you do hit your 30s and you slow down in your drinking and then you have kids.
Then you're drinking every
And
night.
then your drinking picks up.
Okay, gin and tonic.
Gin and tonic. So I've pulled out just a couple of the ones we have around the house here. I'm actually gonna probably make another video in the future where we detail every gin, because every gin's got a different flavor profile, things like that.
Stay tuned.
The different flavored tonics they have. I mean, you can really go crazy with this stuff. If you go to a restaurant, this is the traditional rocks glass that you serve the gin and tonic. The reason this is the wrong glass for a good gin and tonic is because even Fever Tree itself says it has to be 3/4 tonic, right, in the drink to the 1 shot of gin. So usually if you get a gin and tonic in a restaurant, and you know this yourself, it is
boozy.
too boozy, way too boozy. This is why you hate the gin and tonic.
Yeah.
Step 1, get your favorite glass
Yeah.
in the house. Fill this puppy up with ice. I have been on a Ford's gin kick here recently. 1 shot gin. Little splatter splitter. Fever Tree. So this is the original Fever Tree. This is the main flavor they sell. To me, it's the probably the most versatile one, if not a wee bit on the sweet side. And as the evening progresses, you'll realize my tongue tends to lean more towards sweet and Hillary's more towards dry. That's why we're with each other. I like sweet, she likes dry. That's the gin and tonic. It's that easy. I can walk away with this, be a happy camper.
Now you can add a lime to it. You can add a lemon to it. I actually prefer the Fever Tree Light, and Q is another brand that we really like to use as well.
There's 2 ways to cut a lime. There's the pretty way and there's the juicy way. If you see the little nipple on the ends of these things, to get the wagon wheel, you want to cut perpendicular to that, right? Not with the seam, but perpendicular. Now, you want to cut a wagon wheel when you want to just hang it on the glass and let people decide
do I want it or not? You know, you're serving at a party, whatever. Now, if you want juicy, you'll cut lengthwise. So I'm going from the one end to the next, lengthwise, okay? And instead of the wagon wheel, which you got here, I've got this little wedgie looking thing. Now, as you can tell, it's got that seam in the middle, right? You can't hang it in the glass, et cetera, et cetera. I mean, this one here, you can get some juice out of it. What usually happens, you see how that slides, just like that? This one here is automatic. It's its own little cup, right? And you squeeze that right on in there, and you see how it just kind of like goes straight into that drink, just like that. And it's that easy, people. It's the easiest drink you can make. Mom, dad, you get home from work, kids are driving you nuts, this is it.
Okay, let's get a little fancy. So when you are having a party, and I don't know, some people collect glasses at thrift stores or whatever. Some people don't have anything like this, and guess what? Who cares? It doesn't matter. So you can use any little cup you have. The fun thing is schmancing it up with decor and garnishes. So I'm gonna have Jarvis make me a gin and tonic in this glass. And then I have these cutie patootie toothpicks and Zhuzh, okay? Well, you can add these to anything, honestly. You just skewer some stuff on and put it in your drink, and next thing you know, it's a party. And I like this. I think, you know what, let's get creative. We swizzle this lemon around, put this bad boy in here like this.
There you go.
Look, he's a peacock. Is he fancy? I think so. I think so. And stick him right in there. Oh, hello. Party time.
This is one of my party tricks I do at Christmas. So this is a really easy, cool thing to make. Basically get a piece of rosemary, okay? And just kind of trim it to where you almost want it about even to the top of the glass. So I'm just gonna cut off probably about, you know, an inch or so from there. Whoops. Well, it's a Charlie Brown tree now, folks.
Just so you know, you hold it, you want it standing up so
Yes.
the leaves are falling down like that.
Plain old Scotch tape. What I do is I just kind of like top the glass just like that. Even if it's a little crooked, it doesn't matter. Just kind of get it as best you can. So I usually fill it up about to right that point there. That's about, I don't know, what is that, half an inch or whatever into the glass.
Yeah.
Just kind of, you know, get your little rosemary exactly where you want them, and then throw this in the freezer. Let it sit in there for a few hours. Okay, so here we are. We got them out the freezer. I'm gonna take my tape away.
Look how magical that is. Christmas Wonderland.
I'm gonna show you real quick what happens with this rosemary once you introduce the gin and the tonic, et cetera,
Yep.
et cetera. We're gonna start with this great local brand, Conniption Gin. It's actually really good stuff. Just one shot of gin. Oh, my tree. Don't worry.
worry.
The tonic brings them to life. And then the lovely tonic. And watch them come to life.
Oh, it's so nice.
It's coming to life.
Yay! And the little bubblies, they stick to the branches.
Look at
and
that.
It looks like a
a
magical
little-
winter wonderland.
You see that?
And then you drink it and you have, yeah, look at that. And then you have the smell of the rosemary and the tonic and the gin and the look of it. Oh, I can hear the Christmas song.
Cheers, my sweet.
We've done it.
Hey, look, we got all these extra ones to drink now.
Don't worry.
Next up is the party drug for any party, any time of year. Everybody loves. Don't mind my love, she's just been poked in the eye by a peacock.
Wouldn't be the first time.
Was that a penis joke? I remember for years I tried to make this margarita at home. It just didn't have that margarita flavor to it. And the key to it was key lime juice. See, a lot of people think you buy limes in a grocery store, you squeeze them, that's the way the Mexicans do it, blah, blah. Key limes grow in Mexico.
Yeah.
The main ones we import are called Persian limes. We're gonna use this a couple of times tonight. It's a really good little mixer. You can buy this at any grocery store for like $3 or $4. It's nothing. You can also have the option to buy simple syrup. I never do. I have it on hand just in case. I tend to make my own simple syrup If you're asking what simple syrup is, it's water and it's sugar, and it's super easy. So I usually just take regular old table sugar and I melt it in some hot water in a shot glass. I'll show all this in a second. But that way I can control the sweetness. As Hillary was just saying, we kind of like ours a little bit more limey, a little bit more tart, less on the sweet end.
If you like it sweeter, add a little bit more sugar.
Right.
Easy peasy.
Then you also want to use triple sec along with the tequila. Triple sec's an orange flavored liqueur. Step one, you will need one of these. This is a shaker. Everybody should have one of these in your home bar.
They're not expensive. You
They're
can
not
get them
expensive.
in so many places, online or.
This is the
anywhere,
most
really.
important thing you want to look for when you buy one of these. Get one that has these little barbs or whatever at the top.
Yeah.
The reason is that's going to help you break up the ice and add that frothiness. We are going to eventually make one with this glass, but I like to start with my little traditional pint
Whatever.
glasses
This
like we're in the
is
house.
the bomb margarita glass.
Do you know why I really don't like making a lot of drinks in these kind of glasses?
Why?
Can you throw that in the dishwasher?
Oh my gosh, there's so many things I own I can't throw in the dishwasher.
I know. First things first, salt the rim of the glass. Trust me, you don't want to put the drink in there and then remember you forgot to put the salt in the glass.
And how many times has that probably happened to people?
Every damn time. Every damn time. So what you want to first do is take the lime wedge, put it around the lip, right? Just kind of make it a little sticky with that sugar from the lime. And then, right here in the salt, easy peasy, right? That's why they make these things like they do. And there is your salted margarita glass.
Now, if you wanted to do a fancy glass, can I show them how you would do that?
Yep.
The lime really quick. So if you wanted to do a fancy glass, you do the same thing with the lime around the edge. Okay, and then you would just tilt it and go around like this.
Okay, now you got a decision to make. Are you going to do a margarita on the rocks, or are you going to do a nice frothy crushed ice version? So what you're going to do, if you're going to do a crushed ice frothy version, throw your ice into your handy dandy mixer here. Just kind of like as much as you can, shove in there. So again, we're going to use today this Coriejo. Me and Hill kind of landed on this one. I feel like it's got a nice oaky kind of vanilla undertone to it. The differences between Reposado Añejo and your regular old silver tequila is basically a preference of dryness. Now, honestly, you're not going to mix an Añejo. That's a really aged one. So these are all made from the same plant. Distillation, everything's the same. It's just the silvers have not been aged. The reason we go with Reposado,
Good.
that
Yeah.
aging kind of makes the blue agave pop out more. So it has
Tastes
more of an
good.
agave flavor to it.
Yeah.
Reposados are great for mixing. And so I'm gonna put 2 shots into this. Why? Because I'm making 2 drinks. We make margaritas, it's usually it's the 2 of us. So my recipe is for 2. Just take everything out of here and half it if you're just making a single. Next thing we're gonna do a shot of is triple sec. I like the old dirty cheap stuff, I do. The other ones are great, but they're a little too orangey. I like the agave to pop out more, and I like the lime juice to pop out more. If you want the orange to pop out more, you go with the other stuff. Magic sauce, key lime juice, okay? So this stuff is really potent. You can use a whole shot to the lip if you want it really, really limey, really, really tart. I tend to not do that. She doesn't know that, but I
like
tend to do it, and you don't. 'Cause we've done it like that before, and you're like, something's off. So what I do,
That sounds great.
yeah, you do. What I do is I kind of fill it, I'd say a good 7/8. Basically to the point where it's not gonna spill when you pick it up. I'd say right about there. That's about usually what I do. Now look at that. That's not the same lime juice you squeeze out of a lime. This is key lime juice. Again, it's a very different thing. Put one of those in there. Last bit is sugar. And like I said before, you can use simple syrup. We don't. What I usually do is just grab a little teaspoon here, and I just put a little sugar in this spoon, okay? And with that little bit of sugar in that shot glass, I just put some hot water in there. I usually take the backside of the spoon. There's simple syrup, people, easy peasy. So anyway, okay, we got our ingredients in there. Key lime juice, triple sec, tequila, sugar, cap, it's got ice in there. This is the hard part. Now we shake it.
I can't do this.
And we shake it like
to death.
to death. Okay. This is sexy. They should be doing this in slow-mo right now.
You want it frosty on the outside.
You want it to where it hurts your hands
Yeah,
to hold it.
exactly, like you're playing in the snow.
And if you can see right there, a little bit of froth. I don't want to turn it over too much.
Yeah, it's perfect.
It's a nice froth in there, and you're gonna definitely see it when I pour this
Save
glass.
some for my fancy one.
I will. Look at that. Okay, there's a frothy one. Probably nothing here for this fancy one. Whoops, sorry. Let's try it. Let's see if this worked.
Okay.
Cheers.
Yum.
That hits it.
So let's garnish with a lime, and then I picked the Fresno chili because it's the prettiest one. What you can do is stick a toothpick right through it.
Oh, there you go.
Ta-da! Now it can be a holiday drink, red and green, for all seasons. And to be honest, in the Southwest, chilies are a Christmas thing. We hang them in our house for Christmas, so it is definitely representative of a holiday drink.
Why the daiquiri, dude? Nobody drinks daiquiris no more, right?
There's salt on your face.
What happens when you're married to a mermaid?
That's right.
There's a whole category of drinks called sours, okay? The whiskey sour, right? Everybody knows that one. That's gonna be the same drink as this one, just substitute the bourbon for the rum.
Okay.
It's a classic drink. Everybody should know how to make this. Any kind of drink sour. You can literally put almost any liquor in the world to this, just about, and have a decent drink.
You turn into a pirate when you drink rum.
I do.
He sings songs like a
I
pirate.
do. First thing, my darling,
Yeah.
ice in that mixer.
Now, if you're at a party, you may not want to use your hands unless you've washed them really well, so you may want to use like a spoon or something.
Or you feel like every other human being, just reach on in there.
After you wash your hands.
All right, that's a plenty. All right, this is really hard. Ready? Give me
Yeah.
one shot of that white rum.
This one.
These guys make some good stuff. This is out of the Outer Banks of North Carolina.
One in here.
Okay,
Okay.
so why white rum? White rum is clean, crisp. You know, I like a good daiquiri that's just, you know, dry, just So,
I don't know anything about daiquiri, so I have no idea what he's talking
oh,
about.
you're gonna love this then. So white rum for this. As you can see, I got some other rums here, and I got another rum drink we can end with tonight. They're a little bit darker. So the darker the rum, more molasses, toffee, caramel, all, you know, kind of like those flavors come
I
out.
like this one.
Yes, puzzles. We'll get to that later though. Hit that key lime juice, hit that key lime juice for me. I've been drinking.
So like almost to the top is what you're talking in math A.
That's the true story, by the way.
We're gonna be high school. Math
True
A.
story.
If you were in math A with me, you let me know.
You're gonna do the same thing we did the last time. Put that 1 teaspoon of sugar in there.
All the way up?
And just all the way up. Well, close to the top, because you gotta stir it. Okay, throw it in there. Boom. Lid.
Swish it up.
Yep, so shut it and really go at it. Go at it. There you go. There you go. Take off just that top bit.
Ooh, my hands are frozen.
Yes.
Frozen.
And there it is. Nice, frothy daiquiri. Look at that. Beautiful. Right to the tip. That's it. That's how easy that drink is. And Hillary's clearly going to garnish it with some
Cranberries. Let's make it a
seasonal.
holiday cocktail.
Yes, ma'am. That's nice and
Now, I'm
tart.
not a fan of the daiquiri. It tastes like key lime pie,
Yeah,
kind
well,
of, actually.
we use key lime juice.
I know, but because you don't have the triple sec and the tequila and the salt, it really brings home the key lime pie. This could be your dessert. Forget cake, forget pie.
So what do you think of the daiquiri now?
Happy Thanksgiving, Christmas.
Next drink is another 1950s classic, the Old Fashioned. The Old Fashioned, the reason it's called the Old Fashioned, it's considered one of the first cocktails ever created. I like mine the tiki bar way.
Perfect, honey.
Right.
I brought just the right garnishes.
I like it with all the orange, the cherries, like just throw all the fruit in there, man. Just make this thing awesome. I'm gonna call it the Southern Old Fashioned because we
yeah.
love all things sweet down here.
And loads of fruit.
Ice in your rocks glass. You'll want to do the rocks glass on this one. So the Old Fashioned is pretty much a shot of bourbon with Zhuzh.
Zhuzh.
Zhuzh. I'm actually gonna put all the ingredients in this first. Why is wrong with this? Well, the reason is I really want these ingredients to kind of intermingle and mix themselves up. For the Old Fashioned, any kind of bourbon really, rye whiskey. I actually usually prefer a rye Old Fashioned. I'm a rye man myself.
What's a rye anything? I like rye bread. Jewish rye bread with butter.
we're gonna use bourbon on this one. It's a classic. This is Old Forester.
Is this the rye bourbon?
This is regular bourbon. This is bourbon, corn majority.
Corn majority.
Yep. All right, shot of bourbon in here. These are Angostura bitters. You can buy these in any old grocery store. I think it's like $7 for this bottle. Don't get me wrong, kind of expensive. This thing will last you a lifetime. 2-3 dashes of this. 1, 2, 3, boom. That's all you really need, just a little bit to add as aromatics. So again, I do my simple syrup.
Half a teaspoon.
Yeah, you don't want to do too much on this. That's all you really got to add in here. You don't shake this at all. I've been drinking, I'm losing track what the hell I'm doing. We should not be drinking the drinks we're making. We should just be presenting.
This is YouTube. This is the real.
That's right.
That's
I'm getting all sweaty. Yeah, I think I'm showing nip.
This is
like, how much further is this shirt gonna go down? Where's my mic? I still have it on. Those 3 things in here: the whiskey, the bitters, the simple syrup. Just, honey,
mix it up.
We just gained viewers. We just had 100 people press subscribe. We just, ba-doop. All right, we do a little stir. Look at that. Fits that rocks glass perfect.
It does really.
Okay, now this is where I differ from the rest of them. Throwback, traditional, 1950 style. I like a big old fat orange on there. Get a couple of these and a little bit of that juice. Oh yeah. Oh God, yeah. That's good. Oh yeah, absolutely. It's a bit watered down because we let the ice sit forever in that thing.
That's nice, actually.
It is, right?
I actually like it watered down a little bit because it's not as sweet.
And I'd agree with that, yeah. We're back, and we're not sober.
This is not the one I had before.
What we're making is hot buttered rum.
Disgusting, and I won't be having any.
It's actually pretty damn good.
Yeah, he loves it. It's not my jam.
So this is a hot buttered rum. This is great for wintertime, and again, you know, you got folks over. It's super simple to make. It does involve butter. There's a thunderstorm happening right now, so if you hear a truffle pig, that's my dog Riley. Let's get our slab of butter out.
Yeah, no, this isn't for people counting their calories.
Some folks would say you cut off a tablespoon, some would say half. I just kind of eye it. I do about right about there. Throw that into your muggy moo.
Muggy moo, he's been hanging out with me way too long. Way too long.
I mean, it's so funny. I'm pretty sure if you rewind from this point in the video.
From the beginning.
Go to the beginning right now. Bring in the love.
No, I need energy. I'm not trying to get rid of it.
Push out the jive.
Okay. Totally different people.
Right, absolutely. When it comes to a hot butter rum, I want something bold. I want something that's dark. I want something that's got that toffee, that's got that caramel. That's got all this.
This is good by itself.
And with our 1 tablespoon of butter, we're gonna do 1 shot of rum. I use Demerara. You can actually just use regular brown sugar for this. That's fine
Light,
too.
dark, doesn't matter.
Light preferably.
Light, okay.
I do a good teaspoon in there. That's about a teaspoon there. A dash of vanilla. That's pretty much there. It doesn't take a lot of this stuff. Go real easy on this stuff. So you're gonna need vanilla. You're going to need allspice. You're gonna need cloves.
Strong.
And you're gonna need nutmeg, and you're gonna need cinnamon. All these go into a hot buttered rum. Okay, so far we got in here our sugar, our rum, our butter, and this is all I do with the rest of the spices. I just do a little boop boop, right? Because again, like Hill was saying, you don't want to go too heavy on this stuff. It doesn't take much.
Well, allspice and clove are incredibly perfumey. You don't want too much.
Yeah. And if you notice, we're putting in this little fancy copper coffee mug because Hillary, you know, is
Zhuzhing it up.
Hillary's a collaborator on this particular project. So we have already boiled our water, throw that in there, and it's gonna melt all the way to the top, towards the top. That's saying, be sure.
Not to the rim.
Not to the rim. I'll leave about 1 inch space.
Inch of space.
Yeah. And let it melt that butter, let it melt that sugar, all those spices. Take your spoon, come in here. This is not something you drink on a daily. This ain't coming home from work and pounding, getting slammed on hot buttered rums. Can I tell you something why I always use a coffee mug on these things?
Because this gets hot.
This is so hot I can barely lift it.
Well, that's what this is for. Ooh.
Right.
That's hot.
It's ridiculously.
Okay, guys, this is probably for a Moscow Mule, to be fair. I did get another one out though that has a very big handle that probably would have been fine. Honestly, this probably would have been fun.
So you know what you just learned from us? Don't do it in a stupid metal copper thing. Do it in a coffee mug.
This would have been okay because the handle is a bit beefier and a little bit set away from the actual copper mug.
Oh, sweet mother of moon. Just try it.
Like hot butter and anything.
Just try ain't gonna hurt nothing.
I mean, it smells good. Now, that butter is not my fan, but I do love the spices and the rum is lovely.
Did you just say that butter is not my fan?
Yep. I'm not the fan of the butter. Oh dear, we need to
Thank God, this is the last drink. This is the last drink, thank God.
Wrap it up. Okay, so what I'm gonna show you is a quick, easy way to zhuzh up any old regular drink. Now here's the interesting thing, is that don't turn your nose up, but for individual drinking, I have found these cans of sparkling wine to be incredibly delicious and awesome. I'm just gonna show you how to fancy up a glass of sparkling wine. So I have a few glasses here. This is actually technically a champagne glass. It just has the tiniest little brim. So this would be for a toast, basically. You have a little bit of champagne.
That's for mouthwash. That's all that could actually.
It is traditionally for a toast of champagne, okay? It was my grandmother's, that's what it's for. But I enjoy a French style champagne glass. This is called something, and the booze are not allowing me to remember it right now.
So glad they come to us for insight, advice.
Like a coupe glass? What the hell is this thing called? I knew it like an hour ago and now it's gone. Perimenopause plus booze. Yeehaw, I'm not sleeping tonight. So what you're gonna do is you pour your sparkling wine in, okay? You can do something as simple as taking a strawberry, cutting it from the stem down, and it gives you that pretty strawberry look. You can do one or you can do two. It depends on what you fancy, basically. And they look like little hearts. I mean, are you kidding me? How precious is that? Does it get any cuter? So again, I've just cut up some rosemary. You can do this for, again, the gin and tonics. You can just put it in. You don't have to do the freezing. The freezing is way more magical, but you could always pop a sprig of rosemary for the holidays in a lot of cocktails, and it's really nice. I'm gonna pretend this has hot cocoa in it, okay? So fun, cutie patootie, hot cocoa in there for the kids. You can just take some marshmallows, and you can use the big ones, the small ones, whatever you like, and you can just skewer them, and you can stick that right in your hot cocoa. You could also do strawberries if you wanted, because strawberry and chocolate's amazing. So you can actually have even your kids join in with some holiday fun zhuzhing up.
Oh gosh, marriage is fun.
It's fun when you are medicated or having alcohol on the regular.
If you have a loved one who has a drinking problem, there are organizations out there that can help.
Absolutely. Gosh, no. This is only for people who are happily drinking themselves silly.
This is only for the well-adjusted, functioning alcoholics.
Moderation for fun and enjoyment and coping. No, skip that one. Edit coping.
Oh no, that's making the cut.
Oh God.
That's making the cut.
Not good sales tactic. We love you. Goodbye. Life can be heavy sometimes. Why not celebrate the small things? We all need to laugh more and not take ourselves so seriously. So put on the Stetson or the sparkly dress and decorate some cocktails. It all goes by so fast. Learn what you can while you're here. Just please, whatever you do, make sure you're enjoying the ride.